and is an Abington Public School teacher. He also served as a basketball, tennis, and soccer coach for the Green Wave. Sean Cotter passed away in 2007 after a courageous battle with cancer, and this tournament is played each year in his name, as Sean was a true fan and an avid supporter of high school sports. On behalf of Abington Bank, we wish to thank the teams, family, and fans from Rockland High, Sandwich High, Cape Cod Academy, and Abington High for taking part in this year's Sean P. Cotter Invitational Tournament. For our next tournament game, please join me in welcoming the players from Abington High School and Sandwich High School. Please direct your attention now to the visitors' bench area as we announce the starting lineup for the Sandwich Blue Knights. Starting at guard, number 3, senior Tim Souza. Starting at guard, number 5, senior Adam Schwager. Starting at center, number 25, senior Brady Campbell. At guard, number 10, junior captain Logan Murphy. And starting at forward, number 2, senior captain Sean Lansing. The Blue Knights are led by their assistant coaches, Michael Andrews and Henry O'Brien, and their head coach, John Zimmerangus. And now, please join me in welcoming your Abington Green Wave varsity men's basketball team. Starting tonight for the Abington Green Wave. At guard, number 14, senior Antoine Graham Jr. Starting at forward, number 5, senior Deshaun Leggett. Starting at guard, number 2, senior Drew Donovan. Starting at forward, number 10, senior Jeremiah Isthmus. And at guard, number 3, senior captain Tommy Fanara. The Green Wave are led by their head assistant coaches Jay Brown, Chris Marquardt, Chris Ty, Bud Madden, and Tom Carey, and their head coach Peter Serino. Ladies and gentlemen, we all ask that you all now please rise and remove your hats as we pay tribute to our country and to those who defend our freedom by playing our national anthem.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, basketball fans of all ages, hello and welcome back into the gymnasium here on the campus of Abington High School for Game 2 of the 2022 Sean P. Cotter Invitational Tournament. This one featuring the Sandwich Blue Knights and your Abington Green Wave. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson, joined alongside by Dr. James Madden. Doc, a couple of teams that are in the playoff picture in the last 2 games of the regular season. You never know what you're going to get. Should be a good one between the Blue Knights and the Green Wave.
Exactly. Like you said, both teams in the playoff picture. The Green Wave ranked number 13, sitting at 12-6. The visiting Sandwich Blue Knights ranked number 19, sitting at 10-8. Both teams have eclipsed the 10-win margin, meaning that they're They've clinched a playoff berth, and I've been talking about it all day. One player to watch out for in Sandwich is junior captain Logan Murphy. He seems as if he's able to hit the outside shot from anywhere on the floor, and I said it to you in the earlier game. It would be interesting to see maybe they do a boxing one with Drew Donovan, and it looks like they're going to do that early on here tonight.
Ismius grabs his first rebound. He is coming off yet another double-double effort against the Randolph Blue Devils. This one is tossed out off of a Sandwich player into an unsuspecting face in the first row of the bleachers. Sean Lansing, Tim Souza, Adam Schwager, Logan Murphy, and Brady Campbell, the Blue Knights starters, the Green Wave. We have Antoine Graham Jr., Jeremiah Ismius, Deshaun Leggett, Drew Donovan, and Tommy Fanara. Fanara corner three. Off the metal and out. Still in play. The loose ball grabbed by Brady Campbell. Long two is good for Sean Lansing.
And on the defensive end of the floor for Sandwich, one thing they love is kind of a zone defense, and it looks like they're opening up in that. It's kind of a 3-2 zone where they like to trap the corners, and we've seen that here early on.
Graham pump fakes, sends it across for Leggett. Leggett drives baseline, kicks out to Fanara for the open three. That one off the back of the metal too. Tips his own rebound. That's the perks of fundamental basketball. Graham Jr. kicks out to Fanara. He drives in. He was looking for Donovan. Ismius reached out and intercepted it. Now to the top for Graham Jr. with 15 to shoot. It seems like the Green Wave have had the basketball for an eternity. Leggett down low to Ismius, and the layup is good.
And that's one real effective way to beat the zone defense, and that's just pass right through it. And that was terrific ball moving from the Green Wave. All 5 guys on the floor touched it probably 3 or 4 times.
No dribbling.
Exactly, leading to an open look on the block for Jeremiah Ismius.
Murphy works his way in. His layup attempt doesn't go. The rebound tipped to Tommy Fanara. Fanara to the corner for Donovan. Now no look to Graham Jr. Back to Donovan, in for Fanara, out to Graham. Now Leggett takes the three. Off the glass and then in and out. The rebound brought in by Sean Lansing. Lansing coast to coast. The layup doesn't go, but he was fouled. Deshaun Leggett will get called for the block. No, they'll get Ismius. Lansing at the line for 2. Hits his first. And he goes 2 for 2. 4-2 Sandwich on top. The winner of this game will face off against Cape Cod Academy, who just defeated the Rockland Bulldogs 66-55. Fanara gets tripped up. Leggett finds the loose ball. Now it's Donovan in for Leggett in the paint. Graham Jr. thought about the deep three, instead kicks to Fanara. Leggett holds up and puts it off the glass and in.
It's interesting the Green Wave really haven't been shooting the outside shot as much as you would expect them to, given the zone defense that they're being put up against, but they're trying to pass through the zone, and that's what they've done so far tonight effectively. We saw Deshaun Leggett, nice pump fake to get the easy look for 2.
Offensive board for Lansing, and his putback attempt is good. Ismius takes the contact, looking for the call, doesn't get it. And now kicked out. Thought that Souza was the last to touch it. Travel called here on Schwager. Senior heavy team, 6 seniors for the Blue Knights. 6 juniors and 1 sophomore. Fanara corner 3. Bang. Couple bounces off the metal before it found home. But that puts Abington back up 7-6. Meanwhile, for the Green Wave, they have 8 seniors of their own on the roster. And that includes Tommy Fenara and Drew Donovan. And Antoine Graham Jr., all the sharpshooters. Leggett works his way in. Off the glass, no good. Ismius, the offensive board. His second chance doesn't go, and the rebound there is brought down by Souza with Brady Campbell shaken up behind the play. Donovan, open three. Off the rim and out. Campbell goes sliding down to the floor again. Dual possession is called. And the Green Wave will turn the ball over to the... No, they'll keep it. I thought the arrow was pointing in the direction of the Green Wave. Fenara, corner three. It's good.
That's one thing the Green Wave are going to need to do really well tonight is, if they want to win, is shoot the outside shot. Sandwich is a team that loves the outside shot, so if they're going to knock down their three-pointers like they normally do, especially Logan Murphy here with the ball, Green Wave are going to need to compete with that by matching their skills from the outside shot. And we saw Tommy Fenara with 2 threes here already early on in this one.
Murphy got tied up with Drew Donovan. Van Luling comes in. Graham Jr. will come out. He has not attempted a shot yet tonight. Campbell bounces over to Schwager. Schwager finds a lane and then gets blocked by Ismius. The inbound pass tipped by Donovan. Ismius came up with the ball. Now Fenara to the corner for Van Luling, who's into the game. He takes it 2, it doesn't go. Rebound there for Souza. Souza spinning around Donovan, who was trying to come up with a steal from behind, and then again on Schwager. Lansing gets held up by Van Luling.
Like I said earlier, it looks like they're running a box and one against number 10 Logan Murphy of Sandwich. And I'm sure in the locker room before the game, Coach Serino told his guys, whoever's guarding Murphy, to not help off of defense, make sure he can't get the ball, and try and just limit his chances to shoot from the outside, which is what he's done well all season.
Stifling defense for the Green Wave. Sandwich turns it over. He steps over the sideline with it. Aiden Spur into the game. How's this for a different look? Mike Van Luling running points on this Green Wave possession. Finds Fenara, who tried to send it across to Donovan, eventually got there. And Campbell comes away with the loose ball. A lot of bodies flying all over the place.
That was Mike Van Luling. He was showing off his inner cornerback. Read the pass right out of the hands of Aiden Spur, picked it off, forcing the Sandwich turnover and drawing the foul. Blocking foul called on number 4, Aiden Spur.
Graham Jr. in for Drew Donovan. Fenara, corner three. It's good. He's already got 3 3-pointers.
It's looking like his performance we saw last Wednesday night in Norwell, where he had a career-high 32 points in their 1-point win over a very tough Norwell team, 60-59.
Putting those game-sealing free throws at the end with 1.4 seconds left. He hit 3 of them. Murphy gets held up. Connor Pease fresh into the game. He commits his first foul. Murphy misses his first. One for two. 13-9. 1:35 remains in the first quarter. Graham over to Tommy Finara. To the corner for Van Luling. He's able to give it back to Finara, who then lost it. Gets it back just inside half court. Intercepted by Murphy, and he's 2-on-1. The wild layup attempt punched out by Finara to Aiden Spur. Now it's Murphy on the near side wing. Wild possession for the Blue Knights. Over to Souza. He drives baseline. Runs into a wall of Green Wave players. And eventually a foul. Finara called for the hit. Donovan will replace him.
And Donovan goes right back to Logan Murphy, what he did for the majority of his time in the game early in the first quarter is just kind of shadow Logan Murphy, making sure he can't find an open look from three.
Pease grabs the rebound on Spurs' shot that rolled off the rim. 45 seconds to go in the first quarter. 13-9 the score. Pease out to Donovan, now Graham. Graham finds a lane. Reverse layup doesn't go. Pease was hit. The layup goes, but no call.
Looks like Sandwich coach John Tizimorangas. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butchered his name, but it looks like he was looking for an over-the-back call on Connor Pease, but no call.
Shot clock off, 15 seconds to go. The Green Wave will hold on for last shot of the quarter here. They now have 10. Leggett drives baseline off the glass and in right before the buzzer. Exactly how head coach Peter Serino drew it up. The buzzer sounds 17-11 at the end of the first, James.
The perks of the play they ran there at the end, Texas, is it kind of creates confusion that you go up for the double screen, making the defenders think, well, Antron Graham's going to come off one of the sides and come off the screen and just get a quick hitter, get the three-point shot at the buzzer, but kind of gets the defenders to overcommit on the zone, kind of cheat over the top, and they give it to Deshaun Leggett, who goes right down the baseline, right around his defender for the easy two to give the Green Wave a 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter.
Finara 3 for 3 from beyond the arc so far. He's got 9 of the 17 points. Ismius already putting together a strong night on the boards as well. It'll be Pease, Donovan, Van Luling, Leggett, and Antoine Graham Jr. to start the second. Meanwhile, Lansing, Souza, Spur, Murphy, and Campbell for the Blue Knights. Souza in for Spur. The second quarter is underway. The Green Wave lead it 17-11. Souza on the rotation finds a lane, gets around Pease. Leggett with the rebound to the corner for Van Luling's three. That's too long. Leggett spun around and got it. Kicks out to Antoine Graham Jr. Ismius and Finara are going to come back in for the Green Wave. Graham left open for the three. Off the mark, Van Luling the offensive board. That one rolled off the metal. And a foul called on Connor Pease. Leggett and Van Luling come out.
That's already the second foul on Connor Pease, so something to monitor going forward. If he picks up his third foul, I'd imagine he's out for the rest of the first half, but Coach Serena elects to keep him in. Go with the big lineup between him and Jeremiah Ismias.
Murphy, deep three. Rims out, hit the support. Sandwich will retain the ball. The refs missed it, hitting that basket support. Ismias deflects the inbound pass. And then comes up with a block. Rebound tipped up. Ismias and Donovan fighting over it. And then intercepted. Spur got tied up. Murphy blocked by Ismias. He's got 10 blocks already on this freaking sequence.
That's what he's done all season, is really protect the rim. Jeremiah Ismias, one of the taller players in the South Shore League, really uses that height to his advantage to alter the offensive player's shots. And we saw it, maybe 3 or 4 blocks in a span of 30 seconds there to keep the great defense that they've been playing against one of the best players in the Cape and Islands League. That's Logan Murphy.
Padding the stats. I respect it. 6.5 to go in the second quarter. And then a foul called on Fanara, his second. It was a delayed call as Lansing started to trip and then kind of lost an edge. 1-and-1 bonus situation for the remainder of the half. That was the 7th foul committed by the Green Wave. Lansing does not get his first attempt. Van Luling in for Fanara.
So I'm guessing they called it a shooting foul because it is a 1-on-1 situation, like you said. I was going to say.
Yeah, no, it was a 1-and-1. I was going to say, Lansing fell away and the contact was near half court.
I was confused because I didn't know if I missed something, but I didn't remember him going up for a shot. So I was a bit confused as to why there was 2 shots, but nonetheless, it looked like the Green Wave were getting ready to inbound the ball, so just confusion. That was all sorted out.
6:25 remaining in the second quarter. 17-11. Green Wave lead it. Games 3 and 4 of the Cotter tournament, the consolation game and the final, Wednesday evening, scheduled for 5:30 and 7. The loser of this game will play Rockland. The winner of this game will play Cape Cod Academy. Either way, we'll have both of them for you live on youtube.com/AbingtonCamo2351/live. If you missed one of our live broadcasts, maybe want to watch the first night of action at the Cotter tournament, AbingtonCam.tv, the place to go for on-demand video, live streams of our cable access channels, and much, much more. Hunter Maxwell takes the corner 3 off the metal. Murphy might have gotten a hand on it. And the Blue Knights will have the ball. Or not. There's been a lot of confusion on who's got the ball the last couple of possessions for the referees.
At first, I also thought it went off number 2, Sean Lansing, but I think he pointed like that it was going Sandwich's way, so a lot of confusion here early on, but.
Souza fast break looked like he tried to push Mike Van Luling, who was then called for the push himself. Deshaun Leggett's going to come back in. Student section has made its way in. Looks like a whiteout theme.
It does, yep, a whiteout theme.
Grimm Jr. gives to Donovan just inside half court. Graham takes the three. In and out. 3 Green Wave fighting for the rebounds, and it eventually makes its way out of play with contact between Ismius and Souza. No foul called, but Sandwich has the ball.
A lot of contact between those two, but it was just kind of back and forth, so not really anyone to call the foul on. They just let him play through it.
Murphy fouled by Donovan after catching the fireball from Spur. He'll be at the line for 2. 1 for 2 his last trip. Hits his first. Substitution confusion.
A lot
for
of
the Green
confusion.
Wave.
A lot of confusion
There's
tonight.
a lot of confusion in this gym. Murphy goes 2 for 2. Drew Donovan running point, gives over to Hunter Maxwell, gets it back. The pass blocked by Spur. Leggett finds the ball. Now it's Ismius fighting against 4 Blue Knights, able to retain possession. Out of play off of Sandwich. Leggett gives to Graham in the corner. Leggett rather in the paint, off the glass and in.
That's what the Green Wave need to continue to keep doing, is really finding the way, getting the ball down low in the paint, and that's what they've done great all night long. They've had some great ball movement on certain possessions. We saw the possession where every guy on the floor touched the ball 3 or 4 times. So hopefully the Green Wave, they can continue to move the ball around like that, creating easy opportunities down low to help break this zone.
Leggett finds Maxwell, but a foul called. Cameron O'Malley called for the contact. Maxwell catch and shoot 3. It's good.
And I've given Hunter Maxwell this nickname all season long, but I like to call him Mr. Do-It-All. He does everything well for the Green Wave. He plays defense, he rebounds, he play makes, and as probably his biggest strength is his outside shooting. We just saw it there.
Donovan to Ismius for the slam! Throw it down! 10-point lead for the Green Wave. Maxwell comes up with the ball on the other end. Donovan to Maxwell, blocked from behind by Aiden Spur. Ismius is still fired up after that slam. The basket almost came down with him.
We saw on the defensive end, he was kind of looking for the exclamation mark, trying to go with the big block in the transition, but he wasn't able to get it. But he did alter the shot, leading to a missed basket and transition for the Green Wave.
Isaiah Ricketson is going to come in for his first minutes. Ismius missing his first attempt. Ricketson in for Donovan. One for 2 goes Ismius. 25-14 is the Green Wave lead. Murphy finds a lane. Ismius the block. Leggett to the corner for Maxwell. His 3 off the front of the rim. And the rebound brought in by Lansing. Jumper for Lansing doesn't go. Maxwell finds the rebound. Leggett kicks to the corner for a wide open Maxwell three. That's off the side of the backboard. Souza over to Spur. Now it's Lansing to the corner for O'Malley. His three is good. Jack Robbins is going to come in for the Green Wave. Leggett spins it back to Graham, who is hit by Spur. Robbins in for Ismius. An exuberant Michael Van Luling greeting Ismius on the bench after that slam. Graham Jr. gives to Robbins, gets it back over to Maxwell on the far wing. Back to Graham, 10 to shoot for the Green Wave. Leggett sets up the shot, then works his way into the paint, floats it up, but he was fouled. Another call on Cameron O'Malley.
Leggett has done a great job tonight getting to the rim, and he's done that great for the Green Wave all season. He shows off his athleticism and his speed to get by to his defender, get down the lane, and draw the contact and get to the line for 2 shots.
Missing his first attempt. Connor Finn is going to come in for the Blue Knights. He will replace Aiden Spur. (26-17), a 9-point lead. Maxwell almost coming up with the steal. And Tim Souza drains the three from the top of the key. Graham gets it back from Leggett, hands it off to Maxwell. Into the Blue Devils bench. Blue Knights. So used to calling Randolph and watching Duke on television, I keep calling them the Blue Devils. The Blue Knights of Sandwich.
We saw Randolph Friday night. They got a terrific squad. Green Wave lost by 21, I believe, 73-52 in the South Shore League championship game.
Ismius in for Ricketson. For our recurring viewers who know what the saga has been like to get Dr. James Madden over to the Linwood Cafe, it's going to happen this week. It's vacation. There's no excuses.
I'm looking forward to it whenever I do end up getting there.
Ismius, another rebound. It is God himself crafted the pizza at Linwood. Robbins spins, gets it to the corner for Graham Jr. Fires it far side corner for Maxwell. His jumper is blocked. Ismius another rebound. And then eventually brought down by Sean Lansing, who went do-si-doing with Jeremiah Ismius. Lansing threw it to Graham as he fell out of play. Leggett down low, off the glass and in. It's been a wild second quarter, James.
It sure has. It's been a lot of up and down. That's the way the Green Wave like to play. Not so much the best style of their Sandwich's favorite style of basketball. They're more of a set offense kind of team. They like to use the shot clock, kind of find a three-point look, an open three-point look, and they haven't really been able to do that. The Green Wave have done a great job at limiting their opportunities from the three-point line. Sandwich is a team that relies heavily on the three-point line for their scoring. So Sandwich in the second half is going to look to open up shooters on the outside and find more quality looks from the three-point line.
Speaking of 3-point shooting. Tommy Fanara in for his first minutes of the second quarter.
He picked up 2 early fouls, so Coach Serino just kind of ensuring that he won't pick up a third foul here in the first half, and then they put him back with 30 seconds left in what is going to most likely going to be the final offensive possession of the first half.
Leggett floats it up off the back of the metal. Ismius another rebound, then he gets blocked from O'Malley. The ball up to Logan Murphy. Murphy blocked by Graham.
Not your average shot blocker.
Did I see that right? Was that Antoine Graham Jr. on the block?
I do believe it was Antoine Graham Jr. on the block.
Well, all right. Leggett intercepts the inbound pass. The buzzer sounds. The first half has come to an end. It's a 6-point lead, 28-22 in favor of the Green Wave. And Coach Simmerangus with some words for the ref on his way to the locker room. They had a very confusing quarter. Wild bodies flying everywhere. It resembled a hockey game along the baselines, James. How do you sum up that first half?
It was an energetic first half, to say the least. The Green Wave played great defense as well as Sandwich. Definitely a defensive first half. The Green Wave are up 6 points. The Green Wave is just going to kind of try and do what they did in the first half on the defensive end of the floor, and that's limit the three-point shot. That's been the name of the game all season long for Sandwich, is their outside shooting. So if the Green Wave can continue to prevent Logan Murphy and the Blue Knights from hitting outside shots and getting quality looks, then they'll be in good shape going forward.
28-22, the Green Wave leading the Blue Knights of Sandwich in Game 2 of the Sean Cotter tournament. We're going to step aside, take a quick break, and bring you third quarter action right after this. Hello and welcome back into the gymnasium here on the campus of Abington High School for second half action. It is the Sandwich Blue Knights and the Abington Green Wave. Once again, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. He's Dr. James Madden. The Green Wave coming to the third frame with a 28-22 lead over the Blue Knights in Game 2 of the Sean P. Cotter Invitational Tournament. They weren't going to do that right off the rip in the third quarter. That wouldn't have been fair. Fanara was looking for the alley-oop to Ismius. It was off the line. Fanara only played about 30 seconds in the second quarter. He has 2 personal fouls. Ismius leading the charge with a lot of paint points and a lot of rebounds. A 3 for Murphy is good.
That's what the Green Wave are hoping to prevent again. They prevented his three-point shooting in the first half. He hits a big 3 early in the second half. Hopefully that doesn't become a routine for him and Sandwich for the Green Wave.
And then came up with a steal working against Drew Donovan. Graham Jr. comes up with a steal there. It is Sean Lansing, Tim Souza, Adam Schwager, Logan Murphy, and Brady Campbell on for the Blue Knights. The Green Wave, Donovan, Leggett, Graham Jr., Ismius, and Fanara. Took a long time to call dual possession. Almost long enough to call a 3-second violation.
Exactly. They were probably up in the air because it could have been an over-the-back foul on the initial rebound, and then it could have been a foul as Ismius reached over the Sandwich player, but they ended up calling dual possession, awarding Sandwich the possession.
Ismius called for the block here. That will put Sean Lansing at the line. Winner of this game will face off against Cape Cod Academy. The loser of this game will face Rockland. 5:30 and 7 p.m. on Wednesday evening. We'll have both games for you live on youtube.com/AbingtonCamo2351/live. Lansing goes 2 for 2. Graham finds Donovan, then gets it back to the corner for Fanara. He was thinking catch and shoot. Gives over to the far wing for Donovan, then gets it back. Fires up the long 3, and it's good.
I believe that's Fanara's fourth three-pointer of the game, and he didn't really play the second quarter, so hopefully he shoots like he did in the first quarter for the Green Wave to help give them a more substantial lead as we go forward.
Murphy high off glass, doesn't go. Fanara with the rebound. Ismius, the offensive board, works his way to the near side of the bucket and puts it off the glass and in. Schwager finds Murphy mid-lane, and Murphy's shot is good. Fanara, another deep three. That one off the top of the backboard. And then losing it out of play was Souza. Graham Jr. gives to Donovan, then gets it back. Now Fanara floats it back to Graham. The free throw line for Leggett. He's surrounded by Blue Knights. To Donovan, now Graham, Fanara. 5 to shoot for the Green Wave. It is intercepted by Adam Schwager. Lansing throws up the three contested against Fanara, then no look keeps it in play to Souza, who gives to Murphy. Confusion from the Blue Knights. They had two players in the same square foot of floor space, and they eventually end up turning it over. Van Luling in for Donovan. Wild set of possessions.
Yeah, definitely, and that's not the spacing that they want, especially a team that relies on the three-point shot as much as they do. When relying on the three-point shot, you want to have really all 5 guys spread out across the floor, and definitely having 2 guys in the same spot in the corner is the spacing that'll help find an open look from 3.
Fanara, corner 3. Bang! 5 3-pointers for Tommy Fanara. He's got 15 points for the Green Wave. Halfway through the third quarter, 36-29, a 7-point edge for Abington. Campbell at the top of the key. Bounces it down low to Lansing. Lansing's finger roll tapped out by Ismius. Sandwich will have 7 seconds to shoot.
Sandwich being in his zone tonight has really helped a guy like Tommy Fanara, who is one of the better shooters from the outside in the South Shore League, and it's really helped him get a lot of quality looks from the corner, because when in a 3-2 zone, corner threes are the shot you are willing to give up, and that's what the Green Wave have been doing tonight, and they've been knocking down their open 3-point looks.
Forced into Leggett in the paint. He goes spinning up to the rack, and his jumper is good.
Sandwich head coach John Zimarangis was asking the officials if Jeremiah Ismius had committed a 3-second violation. Very close. It looked like he could have committed one, but nonetheless the refs agree that there was a no call.
Campbell, another missed layup attempt. Ismius with another rebound. Underhand pass from Fanara to Leggett. Leggett spinning, and he is fouled. Sean Lansing called for his second personal. Drew Donovan's going to come back in. Donovan will replace Leggett if he hits his second free throw attempt. He does. Donovan, Fanara, Van Luling, Ismius, and Graham, the current lineup for the Green Wave. Souza bounces down low, looking for Campbell. It didn't connect. Campbell gets it in the corner. Murphy's shot doesn't go. Ismius with yet another rebound. He's piling them up now. Fanara on the rotation, kicks out to Graham. He's got Donovan waiting for it, wide open in the corner. Finally gets it there. Now Van Luling along the baseline. Tried to force it to Ismius. It winds up in the hands of Fanara, who goes to the rack. In and out. Ismius, another rebound. Counted in, one for Jeremiah Ismius.
I've been saying it the past couple of weeks, but I've been really impressed with Jeremiah Ismius' progression as a player as he's gone on throughout the season. At the beginning of the season, he had trouble finishing through contact, finishing around the rim, but as we saw in that play, he finished through contact there, got the and one, and that's something he's really improved on, and he's really been big for them all season long around the rim.
Another wild sequence, James. Couple second, third, fourth chance opportunities for Abington.
And that's something that Sandwich has struggled with all night is turnovers. We saw it there. They got the rebound, he kind of saving it from going out of bounds, and they passed it right into the lap of Tommy Fanara, who got to the rim, missed the layup, but rebounded by Jeremiah Ismius for the second chance and one. He'll go to the line and following the timeout.
(41-29), the Green Wave open up a 12-point lead now. .223 remains in the third quarter. Brady Campbell is bleeding from his left wrist. Fanara, another catch and shoot three. It's good! 6 3-pointers tonight for Tommy Fanara. Murphy takes the open tray. In and out. Van Luling the rebound for Abington. Fanara to Graham in the corner. The bench wanted him to attempt the three. He floats it up to Ismius. And, yep, that is a hit, a loud one that we heard through the headsets that we're wearing.
Certainly, and that's what having a big player like him down low does for you. Even if he's unable to convert through the contact, it still puts pressure on the defense and more times than not draws a foul and sends them to the line.
Ismius 2 for 2, 45-29, a 16-point lead for the Green Wave. Van Luling called for the block. I saw any different number of things on that play, and a block was not one of them. Could have called a reach, could have called two hands in.
Yeah, I could agree. I don't know if I agree with the block call, but I do agree that there was a foul. There were a lot of contact between Sandwich player and Mike Van Luling, but I don't know if it was a block considering he was on the side of the ball handler.
Dual possession called after Logan Murphy took 15 steps with the ball without a dribble. The Green Wave have the arrow. Graham gets the inbound pass from Drew Donovan. Graham gets the pick from Ismius, works his way back the other way, had an open shot, kicks to Fanara. He drives in baseline to the top for Van Luling. Graham pump fakes from 5 feet beyond the arc. He's hit it from that range, takes the long two. No good. Ismius taps the rebound out. Fanara comes flying in. It winds up in the hands of Donovan. Now Van Luling, Fanara. Donovan, nobody wants to take the shot. Fanara works his way outside the arc again, all the way across to Graham Jr. 15 seconds to shoot. Another one of those sequences, James, that seems like the Green Wave have had it for 45 seconds. Fanara another three. This one rims out.
It was a bit of a triangle work between Mike Van Luling Tommy Fanara and Drew Donovan.
Tim Souza gets the layup for Sandwich. Graham Jr. through contact, puts it up and in.
And that's something I feel like that's a part of his game that isn't talked about as much as it should be. Everyone knows him as a sharpshooter, as a playmaker, but his ability to finish around the rim and finish strong is something I feel that's very overlooked, and he just showcased his ability to do so right there.
Campbell hits the three. Ten seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 13-point lead for Abington. Graham gives to Fanara. Back to Graham for the half court. Off the rim and out. The buzzer sounds. The third quarter has come to an end. 47-34. The Green Wave coming out of halftime looking strong, James.
Certainly, that quarter was all Green Wave. Green Wave we're only up 2 at halftime, 28-26. But outscored Sandwich 19-8 there, jumping up to a 13-point lead. They were really the better team that quarter on both ends of the floor. They played great defense. Sandwich started to hit down more shots than they had all night from the outside, but the Green Wave were able to jump on the back of Tommy Fanara, who I believe hit 3 threes during the quarter, as well as Antoine Graham, who had the tough layup at the end of the quarter to jump out to a 13-point lead.
Tommy Fanara with 6 from beyond the arc. So far, he's got 18 points. Coincidentally enough, I do not believe that he has scored any points inside of the arc yet tonight.
As far as I can remember, I don't think so either. So I think he sits at the 18 points by virtue of those 6 threes that he's hit.
Fourth quarter about to get underway to determine who will face Cape Cod Academy for the Cotter Tournament title and who will face Rockland for third place. Drew Donovan will inbound to get the final 8 underway. He gives in for Antoine Graham Jr. Fanara, Leggett, and Ismius also on the floor for the Green Wave. Ismius, the alley-oop, and another slam dunk for Jeremiah Ismius.
They've wanted that play to work all night long, and it worked.
Now Spurs layup doesn't go. Campbell has issues finding it between his wickets. Corner 3 for Souza. It is off the mark. Another rebound to Jeremiah Ismius. Double-double effort for him. Donovan for Ismius on the baseline. He's working his way towards the bucket and got held up. Brady Campbell called for, I believe, his second or third personal foul. The scoreboard reading 1. Graham gets the inbound pass from Donovan, flings it all the way across to Fanara. Back to Graham. Bounces in for Leggett. Down low to Ismius. The catch and shoot works again. Leggett, another assist.
Assuming the Green Wave hold on to this lead, Jeremiah Ismius is making it tough to decide who the player of the game could be, because Tommy Fanara and Jeremiah Ismius have had tremendous nights.
Another steal there after the tipped pass from Graham, and Fanara hits another 3. He's got 21, all from beyond the arc. Green Wave swiping at the ball from behind. Leggett's going to get there and keep the ball in bounds, working against Souza. Goes behind the back, gives over to Antoine Graham Jr., who has not attempted a shot from beyond the arc. It's been all Fanara for the Green Wave.
I'm not sure how accurate this is, but I believe Tommy Fanara is 7 for 8 from beyond the arc, so very efficient.
Donovan gives to Fanara. Green Wave have 4 to shoot. Donovan takes the corner 3 off the front of the rim. The rebound to Logan Murphy. He finds Souza in stride. Donovan tipping the ball, but as he stepped out of play. Connor Finn comes back in for the Blue Knights. Cameron O'Malley in as well. catch and shoot for O'Malley is good. 54-36, an 18-point lead for the Green Wave. Leggett finding some space. Kicks out to Donovan. Now it's Fanara, another three. It's good! Tommy Fanara on fire. He's got 24 points for the Green Wave.
Tommy Fanara is shooting like he's playing a video game right now.
Fanara in alone. Goes up. Couldn't get up quite high enough. He was fouled and will be at the line for two.
If he dunked that one, that would have just summed up his night in one play. But
Well, that would have been his first points inside the perimeter.
and he has the ability to get up there for that dunk. I've seen him do it in warm-ups. I'm not sure if he's ever dunked in a game, but I have seen him dunk before.
From the charity stripe, the first attempt doesn't go.
I think he's missing it on purpose. That way, all of his points come from from three-pointers.
He did look semi-upset with himself that he missed that, though. Hits that one, and that is the first point that Tommy Fanara has scored tonight inside of the three-point arc. Lansing has it for the Blue Knights. Fanara now with 25.
I know he has a little bit of ways to go, but I'm wondering if he could break his career high that he set last Wednesday night of 32. Tonight he's 7 points away from tying
only
it.
7 away.
And the way he's shooting,
That's
7's
three
nothing.
shots with some lead room there. Timeout on the floor, 58-39 is the score of the Green Wave on top by 19. Looking like they're in good shape to advance on to face off against Cape Cod Academy in the Cotter Tournament Final. Wednesday night at 7.
Then after that, we're off to playoffs.
Playoffs? Playoffs?
Playoffs. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. Hopefully the Green Wave get a couple home games. I think with their seeding right now, 13th, they'd be guaranteed one home game at least. But assuming they win this, it would help their rating points as well as Wednesday if they win. So they do have the ability to move up in the rankings depending on whether or not the teams ahead of them lose or win this week.
Big story this week in the MIAA basketball playoffs is that the MIAA couldn't figure it out again. And the state semifinal games will not be held at the TD Garden.
I saw that they would have only been able to host 8 out of the 16 state semifinal games, so it would have just created a bit of controversy of how they decided which 8 games they would host at the TD Garden. So they just figured it was better off if nobody played there than create kind of a controversial alignment, so to say.
Could have hosted the 6 state final games there.
I do agree that they could have done that, but I don't want to speak on behalf of the MIAA on their decision. But
Leggett crisscrossing, finds a lane off the glass, no good. Ismius scrapping for the rebound, is not able to keep it in play. Van Luling is going to re-enter, replacing Deshaun Leggett. Graham tips it to the backcourt. The three, no good for O'Malley. Fanara with a rebound. He's working his way towards a double-double. And Luling hands it back to Tommy Fanara, now down low for Antoine Graham. Donovan finds a lane off the glass and in. Lansing tried the reverse, it didn't go. Van Luling picks up the loose ball, then Lansing steals it away and hits that one off the glass and in. Ismius finds a hole, count it, and one for Jeremiah Ismius. The foul called on Lansing.
And like I said earlier today, I'm just going to echo myself.
I don't know.
I'm really impressed.
It's a toss-up right now.
Exactly. And Jeremiah Ismias has been incredible tonight with his finishing around the rim, his rebounding, his shot blocking. I remember the sequence where he had maybe 3 or 4 blocks in the span of 30 seconds. So it's going to be tough, but we'll see how the last 3 minutes plays out, and then we'll have to make a decision.
It's going to come down to the wire for the player of the game honor between Fanara and Ismias. Fanara gets it there, and an offensive foul called on Antoine Graham Jr. Fanara, 25 points to this point. 24 of those have come from beyond the arc. What's that? 8 for 9 shooting from beyond?
I believe so.
Souza gives to O'Malley off the glass and in as Souza took a tumble. Fanara with it now. The Green Wave up 15, 62-47. Fanara drives in, lost the handles, works his way back out, hands to Graham Jr., who holds up, forces it to Ismias. The ball almost tipped in. Graham Jr. down low is good. A timeout called by Abington, and to echo your earlier point, Doctor, it is not only the shooting prowess from outside for Antoine Graham Jr., it is the ability to finish down low in the paint.
Yes, we just saw it once again, and he's one of the stronger players on the Green Wave with the ball. Once he gets down the lane, no matter how many big men bump into him, how many big men run into him, swipe at the ball, he keeps control of the ball and gets to the rim, and more times than not is able to finish when he's at the rim. And we just saw it there as he finished through a lot of contact after originally doing what he always does, and that's play unselfishly and try and give the ball to Jeremiah Ismias, but he got the deflection back and was able to finish strong.
64-47 the score, 2:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. I want to thank you for watching this game live on youtube.com/AbingtonCamo2351/live. If you missed one of our broadcasts, maybe you want to watch a game back, or on Wednesday afternoon, watch night 1 of the Cotter tournament. AbingtonCam.tv, the place to go for live streams of our cable access channels, on-demand video, and much, much more. AbingtonCam.tv. Fanara gets tripped up. A hip check, and Fanara favoring his left leg.
Hopefully it's just kind of getting the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully nothing serious. It looks like he's going to play through it and stay in this one.
No foul called on the contact for the record. Donovan comes away with the rebound to the corner for Fanara, who flings it in for Ismias. Graham Jr. slows things up for the Green Wave and allows everybody to reset. 15 to shoot for Abington. Graham works his way in. A wild windmill. It's good. Counted in. 1 for Antoine Graham Jr.
I'm not really sure how Antoine Graham Jr. pulled that one off, but he did. He got by the defender, Logan Murphy, got down the lane, got downhill, which he does so well, and was able to get to the line, get the N1, and get the 2 points, possibly finish off the 3-point play.
There's a different Green Wave team that we're seeing tonight. Antoine Graham Jr. normally would be shooting from the outside. Tonight he has not attempted a shot from the outside. He is, however, 3 big layups in the paint. Converts that free throw and then is replaced by Hunter Maxwell. Jack Robbins also into the game. Connor Pease is going to come back in as well. Souza kicks out. O'Malley's corner 3. No good. Maxwell the rebound. Fanara slows things up. He's working against Lansing. Lost the handles. It finds Jack Robbins for the spin around jumper. No good. Ismias grabs the rebound. Maxwell picks up the loose ball, and a timeout called by Abington with 1:12 remaining. Another wild sequence, James, forced the timeout.
Certainly, and it seems like all the deflections that Sandwich has made have just really gone back to Abington. We saw a ball poked away from Tommy Fanara, ended up in the hands of Jack Robbins. There was a rebound batted out by a Sandwich player. It was ultimately rebounded by Hunter Maxwell, so it's just kind of showing how the game's gone tonight. All the balls are bouncing the Green Wave's way, and it looks like the Green Wave will pull out with this one to move on to the Sean Cotter Invitational Tournament Final against the Seahawks of Cape Cod Academy.
Well, we'll start with the consolation game, James. Preview what we expect to see Sandwich versus Rockland.
Rockland will probably try and do the similar thing the Green Wave did. They'll probably, I'd assume, watch film on this, see the Green Wave really how they prevented a very good three-point shooting team like the Sandwich Blue Knights, and try and prevent them from shooting the outside shot. And they did that pretty well today in the first half. A team like Cape Cod Academy likes to get up and down, likes to kick out to a three-point shooter. They were able to kind of thwart that in the first half, but Cape Cod Academy made a lot of adjustments at halftime and was able to come away with the 11-point victory. And Sandwich is just going to try and rebound off a tough loss in a game where they didn't hit many outside shots like they had hoped to, and come back on Wednesday night.
Robbins down low was blocked by O'Malley. Meanwhile, the Green Wave looking like they're in good shape to move on to the championship game. They will face off against Cape Cod Academy. James, what do we expect to see in that one? Pease is called for another foul. Nate Duggan is going to come into the game for the Green Wave. James, what do you expect to see in the championship game between Cape Cod Academy and Abington?
The Green Wave are going to try and do a similar thing they did tonight. They're going to just try and prevent two things from Cape Cod Academy: their three-point shooting and their ability to get in transition. And that just is led by limiting turnovers. If they can limit their turnovers, I think they'll be in good shape, because Cape Cod Academy really relies on their speed and their quickness and their athleticism to get up and down and play in transition. So as long as Coach Peter Serino and the Green Wave are able to stop them from scoring transition points, then the Green Wave should be in good shape.
Abington currently slated at number 13 in the state Division III rankings. That would set them up to host at least one game here in the gym at Abington High School. The MIAA tournament starts next week. Hope to have the full ride, however long that may be for you, on Abington Community Access and Media. It'll be Duggan, Robbins, Pease, Maxwell, and Ricketson now in garbage time with 45 seconds remaining and a 16-point lead. Green Wave did a phenomenal job tonight of suppressing the offensive attack of Logan Murphy, James.
They sure did. Logan Murphy, one of the leading scorers in the Cape and Islands League, and I had the opportunity to watch a game from earlier this season against Martha's Vineyard where he hit 3 threes in the first quarter, and they were able to kind of prevent his outside shooting and his threat. We saw him hit a couple threes, but for the most part, the Green Wave were able to shut him down, which was one of the key parts of their victory.
Connor Pease hitting the layup to make it 18 with 18 seconds remaining. So it looks as though we've seen the end of Jeremiah Ismias and Tommy Fanara for the night. And so the debate commences, James. Who you taking and your reasoning?
So I hate having to choose between two players who both had incredible nights. I want to do a 1A and 1B, but I think I'm just going to give it outright. I'm going to have to give it to Tommy Fanara. He was tremendous all night long, but so was Jeremiah. But he shot 8 for 9 from 3, which is hard to do in and of itself. So definitely Tommy Fanara. He was him and Jeremiah Ismias were two of the big reasons why they won. But Fanara's outside shooting to kind of defeat the zone defense that they were matched up against was definitely a huge part in them winning. So Tommy Fanara is my player of the game.
68-50, an 18-point final margin. The Green Wave move on to the championship game against Cape Cod Academy. The Sandwich Blue Knights will face off in the consolation game against the Rockland Bulldogs. I tend to agree. Fanara set the tone, but rebounding wins championships. So I think I'm going to split. I think I'm going to give it to Isthmius. Although, again, I agree. A 1A, 1B type situation. Both are good choices. Fanara with 25 points, 24 of those on 8 for 9 shooting beyond the arc. 68-50 the final in Game 2 of the Sean P. Cotter Invitational Tournament. The Green Wave move on to face Cape Cod Academy. The Blue Knights, I did it again one last time tonight. The Blue Knights will face off against the Rockland Bulldogs. 5:30 for that one. The championship game tips at 7 on Abington Community Access and Media. I want to thank you for watching this MIAA basketball game on Abington Cam. And on behalf of everyone here at ACAM, my broadcast partner, Dr. James Madden, I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. We will see you next game.